Your next fight is out of the 127-pound weight division. Your first fighter out of the blue corner comes to you out of Saeng Do. Please welcome Landon. Bam, bam, boosh!
I'll assume that he's the hometown.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, I would say maybe in Hickory, but you know, Jim O, their setup's not too far from here.
Oh.
Xavier Poole trains out of Jim O, so I would assume that they're both going to have a lot of support in the house tonight.
He looks in good shape.
Yeah, he looked in great shape for his last fight, too. I mean, this is a young man who always comes really prepared.
His opponent coming to you out of the red corner, fighting out of Jim O. Please welcome Xavier X-Man Poole.
And this is different because the last time these guys, they had the head gear.
Yeah. And it shows that they've both, you know, despite it being their second fight, they're, you know, each, and they've both only really had that fight forward experience. A lot has changed for these guys in that time. I mean, we're talking about 2 years difference here. That's a lot of mat time, especially at a place like Jim O.
Young fighters out there, take your time. Take your time. Don't be in a hurry to get into this stuff.
Especially in today's day and age, right?
Find the right gym. You can find the right gym now. There's a lot of good gyms out there. Here we go.
Here we go, round number one.
Bush comes out. And it's just as we predicted. Nothing but energy, energy, energy. Poole's trying to set himself up.
Landon Bush coming on strong, but misfires one of his weapons there.
That's right.
Into the danger zone on Xavier Poole.
Got a referee timeout early in round number one for a low blow.
Neutral corner for Landon Bush. Referee's probably going to give him a warning here. You got
to get a verbal warning here and resume back to action in round number one.
Less lenient with these adults, and these guys are adults now despite being very young men.
That is Mr. Jason Collins controlling the action in the ring. Sends fighters to the neutral corners. Here we go. Let's go.
All right, Landon Bush.
Cross by Poole.
Xavier Poole back at it again.
Move stick, move stick.
Huge cross from Xavier Poole there. And that's where he needs to land. He needs to land something to slow Bush down and earn his respect because, you know, we know that Bush from his last fight, he's just going to come forward. Huge knee. Almost lands straight to the head, but comes off the collarbone instead. Big strike from Bush. Bush now just coming forward and finally finding some solid punches landing.
But as Poole angles, he's got to take over. Can't keep punching moving backwards. He's got to take over the scenario sooner or later. Good cross from Poole.
Huge cross from Poole. He needs that. Now he's finally slowing Bush down. No more sprinting forward.
And Bush is putting everything on these punches. You watch him clench his mouthpiece and just let his hands fly.
Yeah, exactly. Xavier Poole staying composed, and now he's landing that cross on the backside. These exchanges.
Inside leg kick from Bush, beautiful.
Bush already starting to breathe mouth open though.
Poole's just got to keep this up. If he can just keep moving, countering, then he can take over. Now he's starting to take over just a tad bit, going to the body and the head. There, he's standing. He's not moving as much now. He's coming right back in.
Yeah, but the strikes from Landon Bush are still powerful.
But look at that body, though. That's what's powerful.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. Here we go.
Good head slip.
Yeah, Xavier Poole's got great movement, and he's got fast hands.
He's catching Bush coming in.
That's it. Round number 1 in the books.
I think we may have seen Landon Bush's best round there.
We'd like to
I hope
remind
not.
everybody these kickboxing matches are brought to you by Assured
Body language
Insurance
says
Group.
everything. Body language says everything, but I hope not.
Also, we got Bucked Up sponsorship in the house tonight, along with Tennessee Free.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The Grind Cafe has its ladies out here tonight.
We'd just like to remind all our folks at home that these adult
They're walking around the
kickboxing
white
fights-
tees and the green trays. You need a beer, you need food, raise your hand.
Just like all of our fights.
We got Brandy and the crew bringing you top-notch service from the Grind out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. We'd also like to remind everybody, please, no flash photography. No flashes in here. You can really get a fighter hurt, so please, no flash cameras while they are fighting. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation, ladies and gentlemen, fight fans. Here we go, fighters up. Round number 2.
All right. Landon Bush, Xavier Poole, round number 2, just like all of our kickboxing fights, brought to you by the Assured Group Insurance.
Who'd you like in round 1?
I got to be honest, I think that the aggression was there from Landon Bush, but as the round went on, he slowed down more and more, and it's just going to depend on what you like as a judge. You know, it's one of those things where the judging is a very subjective thing. At times, Landon Bush coming out with the same strategy and immediately eats a clean 1-2 from Xavier Poole, and you know, Xavier Poole's just falling back on his boxing, which I think is a really good idea. Now he's landing really big strikes. Landon Bush screaming at him.
At this point, that's what's happening now. Poole moves, catches Bush coming in. And he repeats this pattern. I don't see how you don't give him the decision.
Yeah, this is a heck of a fight, honestly. I mean,
Move,
you know,
counter, move, counter,
move counter, very
counter.
intelligent
Yep.
striking from Xavier.
Bush has got to cover the distance instead of just running in at this point now.
Yeah, he is playing a really good matador to Landon Bush's bull here.
He's gotta
Big
come in.
strike there.
He's got to come in with some touches, some jabs, some movement to get all the way in.
And Landon Bush eating another big one, mouth now wide open breathing,
Hands
but
starting
he
to
is
drop.
not backing up or backing down. Xavier Poole looking so calm under fire here.
Hey, that focus is still there.
Yeah, it is.
Bush throws a blind spinning kick.
As this fight goes on, I can't help but favor Xavier
Ooh,
more and
good
more, and
cross.
now he's landing to the body too. And just like Trevor Hayes says, body then head, head then body, body then head. And Xavier Poole is showing a lot of variety in what weapons he presents. And you know, midway through this second round, Bush just so tired.
What you're seeing here is Bush putting everything into his shots, whereas Poole is just kind of pick them apart, pick them apart, pick them apart.
Yeah. What a fight.
Just touch,
you know,
touch.
Xavier Poole's nickname is X-Man, but I'm thinking after this fight they should be calling him Professor X because he's showing a great fight IQ and a great game plan for dealing with an aggressive fighter like Landon Bush.
All right, round number
Good
2
round.
comes to a close. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can get your phones out. You can download the Fight For It app. You can also pre-pick your winner, see how you do on it. Also, live stream. Don't forget to like, comment, and share on a live stream.
Yeah, if you guys are watching at
Round.
home and you're liking what you're seeing, be sure to give the stream a share. We never ask for your money. We'll never be doing a pay-per-view show. We'll always continue to stream these amateur fights for free for these
There we
fighters.
go. Round number 3 coming your way.
And we would really appreciate it if you helped us out getting as much exposure for these fighters as possible by giving the stream a like, a comment, and a share. And if you're not already following Fight For It on Facebook, be sure you do that as well. They've got YouTube, they've got Instagram, they've got Facebook. If you're on a social media platform, you can get updates about Fight For It on that platform of your choice.
So what I could tell, looks like Jimmo's coaches are telling Poole to let his hands go when he gets on the inside and start backing this guy up.
Yeah,
Let's go, fighter. Let's not put it in the judges' hands. Let's leave it all out in the cage. Round number 3. Let's go.
I do feel that, if Landon is going to come out and not be super fresh, then Xavier Poole is going to have a lot more opportunities to land here in this third round. And Landon Bush is, once again, coming out with the same approach here, forward pressure.
The problem is he's just starting too far out, so leaving himself available to be hit.
And so far, this may be our fight of the night. I have not been more into a fight so far.
Good body
Huge
shot.
bodies kick there from Xavier Poole. Lands super clean to the weak side. That's where the liver is, but didn't shut down Bush. He keeps coming forward.
No, he's faking it. Poole just hasn't realized he can do more.
And now they're under the bright lights, and Poole
Nice
continues to pick at Bush, and Bush really starting to lose his footing now. He's getting real tired. And
Throw in some feints, and Poole could take this thing over and let his hands go.
I mean, he's already landing pretty clean, but if he starts putting together 3-4 shots at a time, it's going to be hard for Bush to stay in this at all.
Bush has abandoned any power shots, really, ever since that good kick to the body. Now that's the first one that I've really seen.
And he whiffs it because he's just slowed down so much by those strikes to the body now.
Ooh, good check hook.
Oh, Landon Bush lands his most significant strike of the night on Xavier Poole so far. And now he's got him backing up for real. But is it too little too late here? Because I really do think that if he's going to get this one, he's going to need a finish.
If Brandon keeps his distance and don't fall all the way in, that power will count for something.
It definitely counts.
Here we go, 10 seconds, 10 seconds.
But if he smothers his punches, it all depends on what the judges like. But if he smothers, I'm going to say that they're going to give it to Poole.
That is it. Round number 5 in the books.
That is our fight between Landon Bush and Xavier Poole. A great fight, my favorite fight of the night so far. I think that Jim owes Xavier Poole. He's got this one in the bag. 3 rounds of straight action from these two young men to get us started on the adult portion of the card.
I thought Bush came forward, but didn't land as much.
Right.
And Poole did a lot of sidestepping, but really landed some clean shots when he made them work.
Decision is in. Fighters to the center of the ring. With your winner, fighting out of Gym O, Xavier X-Man Poole.
Xavier Poole picking up the decision victory there over Landon Bush. And he just was too clean. I mean, his defense was too clean. The shots he was picking, he was landing. He probably could have put together a little bit more in the third round. By that point, he was ahead on the cards by so much. Why risk it? We saw him take one little risk there, and he paid for it big against Landon Bush, and then he shut down all offense afterwards.
Absolutely.